In the world of organized crime, few names carry as much weight as El Chapo, and now his son Ovidio Guzmán has emerged as a force to be reckoned with in his own right. Dubbed one of Mexico's most wanted men, Ovidio has made a name for himself as a ruthless and cunning operator, following in the footsteps of his infamous father. But how did Ovidio Guzmán+López rise to power in the criminal underworld? What role did he play in the infamous Sinaloa cartel? And how has he evaded capture for so long? Join us as we uncover the mystery of Ovidio Guzmán, the son of El Chapo and one of the most sought-after fugitives in the world. For decades, the Sinaloa cartel has been a shadowy force, using its influence to smuggle drugs and launder money. But they are more than just a criminal organization. They will stop at nothing to protect their interests, including bribing, torturing, and even killing anyone who stands in their way. Despite the capture of their leader, Joaquin El Chapo Guzmán, in 2016, the hunt for his son, Ovidio Guzmán+López, remains ongoing. He has proven to be a slippery and elusive target, evading authorities at every turn. Until now, the Guzmán brothers, López and Iván Archibaldo, have risen through the ranks of the notorious Sinaloa cartel, taking control of its illicit drug distribution networks. Dubbed Los Chapitos, or the Little Chapos, these sons of El Chapo have even ventured into the production of methamphetamine, churning out up to 5,000 pounds per month. Despite attending a private school that emphasized integrity, López was a seasoned drug trafficker by the time he turned 18, and by 24, he had become a high-ranking leader within the cartel. But justice seemed to finally catch up with López when he was captured by the Mexican army in Culiacán on October 17, 2019. However, the federal government was unprepared for the violent retaliation that followed. Armed cartel members flooded the streets, turning the city into a war zone and threatening to kill the families of soldiers unless López was released. Born on March 29, 1990 in the heart of Sinaloa, Mexico, Ovidio Guzmán+López was the product of a complex family tree. With a father who had 4 wives and between 13 and 15 children, it is unclear how many siblings López has. Named after his mother Griselda López Perez and his father's maternal grandfather, Ovidio Lura Cobret, López was just 5 years old when he was enrolled in the exclusive Sacred School in Mexico City. Founded on the principles of the Legionaries of Christ, this institution aimed to mold young children into upstanding members of society. Little did they know, López would go on to become one of the most wanted criminals in the country. López's life was forever marked by his father's infamy, as El Chapo was sentenced to 20 years in prison for drug trafficking and bribery in 1993. Despite being enrolled in an exclusive school, López was ostracized by his peers and even excluded from a school trip to Disney World, despite his mother offering to pay for everyone's accommodations. Nicknamed El Ratón, or the Mouse, López was in 4th grade when his father made a dramatic escape from prison in 2001. Unfortunately, this was only the beginning of López's tumultuous journey. López's time at school was shrouded in mystery, as his yearbook photos end abruptly in the 6th grade. What he did for the rest of his childhood is anyone's guess, but the US government believes that López and his brother Iván turned to a life of drug trafficking when López turned 18. How did these two brothers go from a seemingly ordinary childhood to the upper echelons of the criminal underworld? The answer remains shrouded in secrecy. In 2012, the U.S. Treasury Department placed Ovidio Guzmán+López and Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar on a blacklist, freezing their American assets and making it illegal for U.S. citizens to do business with them. It seemed as though their days as fugitives were numbered. However, their father El Chapo was arrested again in 2014, only to escape once more the following year. Despite these setbacks, López, Guzmán Salazar, their brother Jesus Alfredo Guzmán, and El Chapo's associate Ismael Zambada Garcia had already taken control of the cartel's operations. They continued to make millions by smuggling Colombian cocaine and Mexican-grown cannabis into the United States. On January 8, 2016, El Chapo was arrested for the final time in the city of Los Mochis. He was extradited to the United States on January 19, 2017, and was ultimately sentenced to life in prison in July 2019. While their father was facing justice, López and his siblings were busy building their own criminal empire, using the profits from their cocaine and cannabis operations. They diversified their portfolio and began purchasing large quantities of ephedrine, a key ingredient in methamphetamine production. They built 11 new labs across Sinaloa and began selling crystal meth to criminal distributors in Mexico, Canada, and the United States. In 2019, the US government finally caught up with Ovidio+Guzmán+López, issuing an indictment for conspiracy to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, and cannabis for importation into the United States. Despite his many successes, it seemed that Lopez's reign might be coming to an end with his father's sentencing in July of that year. On April 2, 2019, the US government issued an indictment for Ovidio+Guzmán+López and his brother Ivan, charging them with conspiracy to distribute more than 5 kilograms of cocaine, 500 grams of methamphetamine, and 1,000 kilograms of cannabis. These high-ranking members of the Sinaloa cartel were to be extradited to face justice, but first they had to be found and arrested. By October, Mexican security forces were closing in on the brothers. On October 17, they attempted to arrest Ivan, but he managed to overpower them and call in hundreds of cartel members to protect Lopez and invade the city of Culiacan, where he lived. When the Mexican forces approached Lopez's house, they were met with a hail of bullets from inside. But after a fierce firefight, they were able to detain Lopez, who surrendered unarmed according to video footage of the encounter. But the danger was far from over. As news of Lopez's arrest spread, the city of Culiacan was thrown into chaos. Hundreds of cartel members descended on the city, using trucks mounted with military-grade machine guns to wreak havoc. They set cars on fire, took over government buildings, and even shut down the airport as they broke imprisoned traffickers out of jail. Determined to rescue Lopez before he could be extradited, the cartel located his safe house and threatened to continue killing civilians until he was freed. Within hours, the Mexican government caved to their demands and ordered its soldiers to release Lopez. So they handed him a cell phone and told him to call off the attack. But just some days ago, this happened. On Thursday, Ovidio Guzmán, son of infamous drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, was arrested by Mexican authorities in a dramatic operation in the northern state of Sinaloa. Guzman is considered a high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel. The arrest sparked chaos and violence in the city of Culiacan, with local officials urging citizens to stay indoors as cartel members clashed with authorities in various parts of the city. Social media videos appear to show burning trucks and intense shooting near the airport, which was closed due to the violence. Passengers on an Aeromexico plane were forced to take cover as the plane was hit by a bullet while grounded in Culiacan. Despite the intense violence that erupted in the wake of Ovidio Guzman's arrest on Thursday, no injuries were reported, according to Aeromexico, which has since cancelled all operations to and from Culiacan, Los Mochis, and Mazatlan in the state of Sinaloa. The Culiacan International Airport was also closed for security reasons, according to a statement on its Twitter account. In a morning address, President López Obrador revealed that the operation to capture Guzman had been underway since dawn. As the arrest unfolded, Sinaloa Secretary of Public Security Cristobal Castaneda reported that vehicles were being looted and blockades were cropping up throughout the city, urging the public to stay indoors. What's your opinion on Ovidio Guzmán? Do you think he will escape prison like his father El Chapo did? Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe to Luxury Mindset and don't forget to like the video. See you in the next video.